National Electrical Code Section 430.145 exception states that flexible cords and cables shall be permitted to be used where specifically permitted elsewhere in this code. This exception acknowledges that while the general rules might restrict the use of flexible cords, there are specific instances outlined in other parts of the National Electrical Code where their application is acceptable and even required. To fully grasp the implications of this exception, it's crucial to identify and understand the specific locations and conditions under which the National Electrical Code permits the use of flexible cords and cables. These allowances are not arbitrary. They are carefully considered and based on factors such as the type of equipment, the environment, the potential for physical damage, and the need for flexibility in set applications. Firstly, consider portable appliances. The National Electrical Code often permits the use of flexible cords for portable appliances because these appliances are designed to be moved and used in various locations. The flexibility of the cord is essential for their intended function. Secondly, pendant fixtures are another area where flexible cords are commonly allowed. These fixtures are suspended from the ceiling and often require flexible cords to allow for adjustment and movement. The code specifies the types of flexible cords that are suitable for this application. Thirdly, equipment that requires movement or vibration also benefits from flexible cords. Machinery and other equipment that vibrate during operation can damage rigid wiring systems over time. Flexible cords can absorb these vibrations and prevent damage. Fourthly, temporary wiring is a situation where flexible cords are frequently used. Construction sites and other temporary installations often require temporary power distribution. Flexible cords are ideal for this purpose because they can be easily installed and removed. Fifthly, specific types of equipment, such as elevators and cranes, are often wired with flexible cables due to their constant movement and the need for reliable connections. These applications are subject to specific requirements outlined in the National Electrical Code. Sixthly, manufactured wiring systems are pre-assembled wiring systems that use flexible cords and cables to connect electrical components. These systems are commonly used in modular construction and other applications where ease of installation is important. Seventhly, certain types of lighting fixtures, such as track lighting, often use flexible cords to connect the individual fixtures to the power supply. This allows for flexibility in the placement of the fixtures. Eighthly, control circuits are often wired with flexible cords, especially in industrial applications. This allows for easy modification and maintenance of the control system. Ninthly, data and communication cables are increasingly being used in flexible applications. These cables are designed to transmit data and signals in environments where flexibility is required. Tenthly, appliances and equipment that are subject to frequent relocation often use flexible cords to facilitate their movement. This includes items such as portable heaters, fans, and tools. 11thly, stage lighting and sound equipment rely heavily on flexible cords and cables for their operation. The ability to quickly connect and disconnect equipment is essential in these environments. 12thly, medical equipment often uses flexible cords and cables due to the need for mobility and hygiene. These cords are designed to be easily cleaned and disinfected. 13thly, robotic systems and automated machinery require flexible cables to allow for their complex movements. These cables must be durable and resistant to wear and tear. 14thly, marine applications often use flexible cords and cables that are specifically designed to withstand a harsh marine environment. These cords are resistant to moisture, chemicals, and UV radiation. 15thly, automotive wiring systems use flexible cables to connect the various electrical components of the vehicle. These cables must be able to withstand extreme temperatures and vibrations. When using flexible cords and cables, it's essential to adhere to the specific requirements outlined in the National Electrical Code. This includes using the correct type of cord for the application, ensuring that the cord is properly sized for the load, and protecting the cord from physical damage. It is also important to consider the ampacity of the flexible cord or cable. The ampacity is the maximum amount of current that the cord or cable can safely carry. The National Electrical Code provides tables that list the ampacities of different types of flexible cords and cables. These tables take into account factors such as the size of the conductors, the type of insulation, and the ambient temperature. Furthermore, the National Electrical Code specifies the types of terminations that are permitted for flexible cords and cables. Improper terminations can lead to overheating and electrical hazards. It's crucial to use the correct type of connector and to ensure that the connections are properly tightened. Flexible cords and cables should also be protected from physical damage. This can be achieved by using strain relief devices, cable trays, or other protective measures. Avoid running flexible cords and cables through doorways, windows, or other areas where they could be pinched or cut. In addition to the general requirements for flexible cords and cables, there are also specific requirements for certain applications. For example, the National Electrical Code has specific requirements for the use of flexible cords in hazardous locations. These requirements are designed to prevent explosions and fires. The National Electrical Code also has specific requirements for the use of flexible cords in wet locations. These requirements are designed to prevent electrical shock hazards. Understanding the National Electrical Code requirements for flexible cords and cables is essential for ensuring electrical safety. By following these requirements, one can minimize the risk of electrical shock, fire, and other hazards. Always consult the latest edition of the National Electrical Code for the most up-to-date information and requirements. Local amendments to the National Electrical Code may also apply, so it is important to check with the local electrical inspector. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and it's always best to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. It is crucial to remember that while the National Electrical Code permits the use of flexible cords and cables in certain situations, they are not a substitute for permanent wiring. Flexible cords and cables should only be used for their intended purpose and should not be used to extend permanent wiring systems. Improper use of flexible cords and cables can create a fire hazard and pose a risk of electrical shock. The National Electrical Code is a comprehensive set of standards that covers a wide range of electrical topics. It's essential to familiarize yourself with the National Electrical Code and to stay up to date on the latest changes and revisions. The National Electrical Code is updated every 3 years, so it's important to make sure that you are using the most current edition. The National Electrical Code is available for purchase from the National Fire Protection Association and other sources. It is also available online through various subscription services. In addition to the National Electrical Code, there are also other standards and regulations that may apply to electrical installations. These include local building codes, state electrical codes, and federal regulations. It's important to be aware of all the applicable standards and regulations and to comply with them fully. Electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By following the National Electrical Code and other applicable standards, you can help to prevent electrical accidents and protect yourself and others from harm. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical work, it's always best to consult with a qualified electrician.